What's up, everybody? It's your boy Melon for another review, and today, oh boy, do I have a treat for you. I'm so giddy about this because today I'll be talking about my thoughts on the 2023 reboot of Haunted Mansion, which was released like last week. And I try to avoid spoilers when I went to the theaters. Damn, did I enjoyed it. Well, I was checking the critics, and yeah, to me, their opinion does not count. There's a bunch of shitheads who don't even know about the Haunted Mansion or the attraction. So yeah, they're not the right people to give a review. But I have to see the audience score. You guys rule. Hell yeah. And before we begin, did you subscribe? Did you hit the bell? If so, there are 999 happy haunts here. There's room for 1,000. Any volunteers? So yeah. And warning to those who have seen it, spoilers alert, and oh boy, there's a lot of Easter eggs right here that I'm going to throw it out. But yeah, let's start with the casting because I think it props to the cast. We got Lakeith Stanfield playing Ben, which in the opening we see an opening narrated by Jamie Lee's character Madame Leota explaining about the afterlife, and we see a boom of the mansion, and it goes to a painting in a bar where we meet Ben. Of course, he's a scientist with NASA, creating about Dark Matter until he met his future wife at a bar on New Year's. Soon we jump in the year. It turns out his wife died in a crash while they were getting ice cream. Ouch. Soon, because he started to believe, trying to find proof that the ghosts are real, trying to contact his wife. Damn. That's good. And so we meet our two main, well, let's say new residents of the mansion. Gabby, played by Rosario Dawson, and Chase W. Dillon as Travis, playing her son. Which, of course, they move to the fame. In the movie part, we don't get to see the mansion until they ran out. Because they just arrive at night at the manor, crossing the bridge, which, yeah, to me, if you don't recognize that bridge, you know I don't know which intersection that is. Shit. I don't know what intersection that bridge was. I recognize the bridge. Excuse me. I tried to remember. Shit. And if I recall, most of the filming was in Louisiana and Atlanta, Georgia. Which, okay, that's actually pretty cool. And the score was scored the music was scored by Chris Bowers, which that's awesome. 2 days before it was released to film the soundtrack, which is there was one song I love, which to me I'm pretty disappointed because it should be a bit more longer, but I don't know if they will release a longer version. I do not know. I'm not gonna mention it before I finish this review. Soon they arrive at As for the Bridge, like I mentioned, it's a nod to the 2003 one, the ending where the Evers are leaving or returning home, and we got the bus saying a parody of when the Saints come marching in when they're at the bridge with Sunrise. Yeah, that bridge. Back to this one, they are at the manor, which of course the son Travis starts until the door mysteriously opens by itself, and yeah. Which of course they start exploring at the manor. His son chooses the room, which guess who room it is? By looking at the painting, it's the bride herself, Constance Hatchaway, which of course him. He comforts the portrait with a sheet, which of course didn't work. And the bride appears because with a light you don't see it. And remember the quote from the ghost host in the ride? Turn off bright lights. We are very sensitive to bright lights. Yeah, exactly. Electrical Travis runs the fuck out. And of course, Gabby tries to convince him and to live until guess who pops out of nowhere? The suit of armor. which is another notes to the ride because originally they did have a jump scare performer in a knight's armor, but since it was too scary, they removed it, which is a nod to the armor. Of course, then we have title card. We see the whole mansion now. Which of course we meet Owen Wilson's character as Father Kent, talking to LeCoup's character about the manor, and also the pay of $2,000, which of course money talks. Remember the trailer? No. She's paying $2,000. Where's the address? But of course, Jesus Louise. Let me drink some water. As I was saying, you got a lot of nut here, and I wish. Okay, when he arrives in the manor, she warns him if you cross, well, you know what happens. Of course, he starts exploring, and we encounter the famous art gallery with all the paintings. And the first painting he sees is the captain. I don't know who this is. I think he's supposed to be a nod to Captain Gore, which was supposed to be the original host of the mansion. Which, of course, yeah. I'm looking at the list of. It's kind of funny that they don't put the whole. Okay, I'm looking at the cast list. You only see the main cast, but you don't put the whole cast, like the ghosts who played the ghosts of each one. Which, yeah, it's a bit confusing to get to know. Of course, Keith starts to say, "What the fuck's going on?" And he leaves until, guess what? We're on the phrase from the ghost host from the attraction. A ghost will follow you home. And that's what happened. The ghost captain followed him and just say it started a little bit of mayhem, like when Ben is asleep, he heard notes in the bathroom. When he opened it, there's a whole storm in there until he almost got harpooned. Then the diner, the captain knocks his coffee. And then again, he flooded his house, sent him into a road until he realized it was gone. Jesus. And when he returned to the manor, which of course he blames Gabby because she tried to warn him. You know what's going on. Of course, Father Kent does the same, and he didn't know either, which of course pissed him off. So they start forming the dream team. The first one is Professor Bruce Davis, played by Danny DeVito, which of course he's giddy about the mansion because he knows he wants to explore this mansion for 6 years, and that's cool. And of course, there was a problem. His character has a heart problem, which of course Ben said, nope, he's gonna die. Which of course, unfortunately, Ben has documents and blueprints of the manor, including the full history of the manor, including the deaths that happened in the manor. Which of course Ben steals it from him because, face it, you wanted poor Danny to die in the manor with a weak heart attack. Come on, just let him enjoy it. Jesus. And also we have Easter eggs, like newspaper articles of all the people who die in the manor, are references to many of the characters from the mansion, like Constance Hatchaway, the two dueling brothers, Gracie, the man who owned the mansion, which, if you've seen the gate, there's the G. Yeah, Gracie Manor. Which is a nod to the 1203, yeah, but there's already a character because there's a tombstone in the Haunted Mansion before the two movies, so yeah. And the connection who built the mansion, which nobody knew. Which he's building up the balloon blocks of curiosity. Soon we brought a psychic, Harriet the medium, which of course, when they look at the documents, they found a letter from Gracie asking the requests of Madame Leota, which of course Harriet explained that she's one of the greatest mediums of all time, the medium for all the aristocrats and kings at a time before, and she disappeared in the manor years ago. Soon in the blueprint, they covered a secret seance room which Gracie built for her. Soon, they tried to contact Madame Leota, but fortunately, first they contacted Master Gracie. Which it worked, using Ben's experimental camera, which of course captures him making writing the note, which says the words "Ask for Madame Leota." Unfortunately, a new one arrives, this time more menacing, and tell him to get the fuck out. Soon they start to freak out until Bruce arrives, and yeah, let's say let's just say our evil Spectre sends Harriet out by with the Fairy-Con chair as like the Doom Buggy in the attraction, which sends her out and lands in the mud. Yeah, Bruce arrives trying to get the paperback and also walks in the manor. Guess what happens to him? Same thing, but not in the mud. Oh no. The evil Spectre sends him to the middle of the road and almost got hit by a truck and is in the hospital after that. And somehow the spirits followed them in the hospital, causing mayhem and managed to, but both Ben and Gabby managed to take Bruce back to the manor after the major wahoo. Fortunately, they had no choice but to sleep there because, hey, you live in the mansion, you have a spirit following you. Which is pretty funny. And I like the detail of the mansion. At first, we get some Easter eggs like, example, where Gabby and son are sleeping. They're sleeping in the stretching room where, you know, when you enter the attraction, there's like this room, and when you start stretching, the portraits start to stretch. That room. Damn. And of course, we have some little gags like Harry walking in the dining room. It says this people who want to eat here, which of course, a funny gag. That's when they start exploring in the middle of the night, which of course, Ben and Gabby, along with Bruce, start to explore. And guess what? They hear the noise in the attic. It says, "Okay, let's go to the attic." Does anybody know what? It's a bad idea to go in the attic. Really? Of course, Ben goes because Bruce wants to go, but nope. You stay down. And who gave him the spear axe? Of course, Ben starts exploring. Guess what we see? Portraits of Constance with her 5 husbands? I think, yeah, 5 husbands. Every time he passes one, a head is missing. One by one until he passes a small axe, and that axe starts to be picked up. Ben finds a trunk that starts to move until it gets to appear. When he looks in the mirror, he looks like he's missing a head. Wipes the dust off, and 3, 2, 1, Constance appears, throwing an axe right in the mirror. 7 years bad luck for her. And oh boy, she wants to chop his head. He tried to explain to her, "Oh, I'm a champion for women." Nope. She's gonna chop your head off. And even when he falls down the ladder after he managed to get out of the attic, she still throws an axe and almost hits him in his goody goods. Literally. Close enough. Jesus. Hell. And fun fact. Guess who played the bride? And I guessed this right. It's none other than Winona Ryder. And I knew it. I said to myself in my review of the trailer and teaser trailer that when I was reading the cast and Winona Ryder would be appearing, like, I said, I bet $50 that she's playing the Ghost Bride. And boom, she's the Ghost Bride. Hell yeah. Which is actually pretty cool. And I think... No, and Winona not only plays the Ghost Bride, she also plays Pat, a New Orleans tour guide. She's playing 2 roles. So she's playing the tour guide and the bride. Which is actually pretty cool. But continuing, soon they unlock the trunk, and guess what they find? A book that belongs to Madame Leota, which is her spells, and also a giant-ass crystal ball. When they try to summon, guess who it is? It's Madame Leota, played by Jamie Lee Curtis. And soon she's like, "I'll tell you what happened to this manor for only $3. And they're just like, straight like in the trailer, "What? $3? That's highway robbery." And you know in the trailer she says, "Who said that?" But she does. I think she does say about it more a little later. And she shows the flashback of the mansion when she first arrived after she'd been summoned by, what's his full name? William Gracie, played by Mike Benitez, which is actually pretty cool. Which all feature all the original characters from the ride. Summons Madame Leota after the passing of his wife due to yellow fever, I think? Was it yellow fever? Let me see. Let's see. Which, of course, later revealed that William Gracie bought the mansion and recruited Leo to try to contact the spirit of his dead wife every night for a full year. Yeah, but the more spirit come in, until one spirit arrived was more an evil entity. He tricked Gracie into believing to be that his own wife by asking him to join the afterlife by taking his own life. Soon, when Lil found out, she tried to banish the spirit, but unfortunately the spirit stopped her and imprisoned her in a crystal ball. Yeah. Which of course, when they hear the strange voice, she just disappeared. Soon they decide to do what is called perform a astral projection, which means setting your own spirit out of your body. She tried to do it herself, and guess what it was? It managed to end up sending Ben into the spirit realm, which of course he sees all the spirits until he sees Master Gracie looking for his wife, until he realized it revealed the evil entity as none other than the Hatbox Ghost. Yeah, played by Jared Leto. Well, at least there's one thing about good. You don't have to see his damn face. You only see that damn face of the Hatbox Ghost. It's actually pretty cool. Which, it's actually pretty cool. And yeah, you know the fun fact? Originally the Hatbox Ghost was a random character in the Haunted Mansion, literally. And when the mansion opened in the 60s, he only appeared in like a week. And then after that, his animatronic just disappeared. Nobody knows what happened to it. It was rumored they threw it out and somebody rescued it. And the story of the Hatbox Ghost lives on in the lore of the Haunted Mansion until they put a new one, which is the newer one, which has the effect of his head keep hearing his little hat box. It became a popular character, just like the Hitchhiking Ghost, the Bus, Madame Leota, in the lore. But we never knew. Which, of course, pretty cool. Soon, of course, while Ben is around trying to run away from the Hatbox Ghost, another spirit possesses him, which, of course, the others found out and exorcise him, which managed to save Ben from the clutches of the Hatbox Ghost. So, while they were talking about, well, just Ben mentioning about the devil's wife, and started talking until Bruce had an idea, said that the image of the Hatbox Ghost is burnt to his memory, so, of course, the next morning, they go to the police station to a sketch artist to do a sketch of the Hatbox Ghost, first in his dead form, until now doing with skin. And finally, with Bruce's knowledge of the mansion, they finally identify the Hatbox Ghost as none other than Alistair Crump, who's a notorious murderer. And oh boy, when we see the flashback, guess what house they showed? It's none other than the Haunted Mansion from Florida, the New England Haunted Mansion from Liberty Square. Exactly the same detail. Damn, when I saw that, I almost got giddy because I went to that attraction twice at Florida. That was the first Haunted Mansion I went to. Damn, when I saw that, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. They're using the New England Haunted Mansion for as Crump Manor. Damn, I think imagine fans from who recognize that manner quickly know how imagine that is. I was guessing, but wait, are they going to show Phantom Manor next? And soon they start explaining the history of Alistair Crumb, who was forced kicked out by his father because he was crying too much at his mother's funeral. He tried to make it into a man, and soon Alistair exacted his revenge on those of his fellow socialites who were of his father. He was cruel, and he murdered a lot of people, and the bodies were never found until his servants finally rose up and finally cornered him and beheaded him before vowing that he would exact his revenge on everybody who done him. So, in Bruce's words, he was a murderer in life, now he's a murderer in death. Which, damn. Now we know why he can move his head from his shoulders to the box. Because he was beheaded. Which, of course, after they found out, let's just say Crump proceeds to lock the mansion down, but unfortunately, Ben and Kent and Travis managed to well, Kent was actually outside, while Ben and Travis were trapped inside the stretching room, and soon all the animate objects from the stretching room, like the quicksand, the barrels of TNT, the alligators, and soon one of the paintings mentioned to grab on the gargoyles to reach on the top of the roof, which of course, that's a nod to the stretching paintings, which is actually pretty cool. One of them was a painting of Constance mentioning about her dead husband. Really? How you can be in two places at once? Jesus. Time to... okay. I was saying... The magic get out, and they head for Crump Manor, which has become a historical site, and of course... Fortunately, they're not alone. Guess who followed them? The Mariner also followed them. Which, of course... It became a bad breakfast one night. They knew the Mariner might know something, which of course the Mariner revealed that Crump needs the willing give up the lair, which of course for Madame Leota, I forgot to mention this part, that the spirit needs 933 goats before, well, she doesn't know how long it's been until Bruce reveals that in reality he needs 999. Only one. And guess what it is? Ben. He lists out the people who had a tragic life, And Ben's the target. Oops. Well, of course, the Mariner revealed that in a mirror fog, which, of course, hey, why not? That Crump needs someone willing to give up their life and become the mansion's 1,000th spirit in order to escape the mansion. Because Crump cannot escape the mansion without breaking the curse. Travis finds Crump's hat, which, not just his hat. In a small crawl space, they managed to locate the graves of all his victims, and they found his top hat. And guess what's under his hat? His head, literally his own skull. I was like, damn it, kid, you took the hat around, but didn't take the head. Jesus. At least that'd be more useful. Of course, what did he need as part of the ritual to banish Crump back into the afterlife? Which goes to Dream Man to return to the mansion, which, of course, where Ben can rescue Gabby. Let's just say when they arrive, Bruce has been waiting on the way to them. Guess what happened? While Gabby and Harry try to rescue Ben and Travis, Bruce is having a fear attack, and guess who appears? The Crump, and he possesses him. Now we get to here, which of course Ken reveals he's not a priest. He just wears that just to Which of course they make up and they enter the mansion where they counter Bruce. Which until, let's just say, Ben, when looking for Gabby and Harriet, while Kent is with Bruce, which until reveals that he's actually was actually Crump possessing him. Which damn. Well, of course, when Crump reveals that, let's just say now he has a new target, Travis. Which of course, when Gabby revealed that her husband is dead, which yep, Travis is the new target. Oh boy. I like how he summons all the spirits. When I say all, I meant all. There's one woman that I recognize. Her hairdress. It's a Mongolian queen who was executed by the Japanese. Her outfit was the inspiration for Queen Amidala's dress in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. So yeah. I forgot her name, but it's kind of nod that you just put her in the Haunted Mansion. And we see all the spirits, all of them, including the mummy, the opera ghost, everybody. I mean, everybody. All 999. Of course, when Crump concentrates on Travis, they all split up. Let's just say Dan pretends to be unconscious. Well, Kent starts to make fun of the ghost, and they start chasing him, which of course gives him time to get the hat, which is almost burning in pieces. Oh boy. I don't know how long it's been, but hey. I'm still giddy, but hey. Let's continue. You got a lot of detail because, of course, let's just say hell breaks loose. The house starts to playing the maze game. Fortunately, Gracie managed to help Ben by leading him to the basement, of course. Well, Travis is following the voice of his supposedly dead father. Ben arrives just in time, convincing him that everybody has the worst times. Of course, when he managed to rescue him, Crump is pissed off. They try to escape, but fortunately, from Crump's words, every exit leads to me. Which, of course, in exchange to let them free, Ben is going to sacrifice his life to save them. If you know what happened to Harriet, she managed to ask Leo for help, which of course the only way to help her is to free her. Which of course believes in Harriet to be her gifts. Of course, she managed to free Leota from her crystal ball, which of course she appears along with Harriet, which of course Crumb is just like pissed. And Danny managed to arrive with the already remaining piece of his top hat, which of course sends goons to stop him. He forgot all the spirits are now turned against Crump thanks to Kent. Let's just say the managed to successfully perform the banishment spell. And of course, using Leota's incantation and banish Crump. Which was actually pretty cool. With all the spirits. And you see all the spirits. You see the hitchhiking ghost, the executioner ghost, the headless knight. Damn, all the characters from the cemetery. Everybody. Even I forgot this one. The one with the graveyard, the grave digger and his dog. Yeah, he appears in there as well. Damn. All the spirits appeared. Even the organist from the ballroom as well, playing the organ. We have like the alcoholic in the chandelier, the one who blows the birthday cake. Everybody, I say everybody, even the dancers from the ballroom. Shit, after everything's over, they know why all the spirits remain since they first stay in the mansion, which of course, now in harmony with Gabby and Travis. Of course, Leota now. Unfortunately, she has to return to her crystal ball because, it was temporary to free her. But she believes in Harriet as well, which is pretty nice. The next day is Halloween. Let's just say Harry regains full confidence in her psychic abilities. Kent undergoes ordinance as to become a real priest. Bruce returns home. until he finds the cat again. This time, turns out, let's say Ben goes out to teaching again and adopts a stray cat that was appearing in his front door. It turns out it has a tag that says Tater Tot, which is a nod to his wife's love for the snack, which I believe that was his wife sending the cat to him as a so he won't be alone. And it turns out Bruce Ben is now dating Gabby, which of course everybody's there, including Harriet, including Bruce. As they close the door of the mansion, guess who's right up there in the balcony? All 999 spirits, and we get a V end. And now we get the best one part of all. We get this groovy music, dance music, and we cut to the ballroom. Everybody's having an awesome Halloween party. We see all the spirits having fun, and they start singing Grim Grinning Ghosts. And oh my god, this version of Grim Grinning Ghosts is awesome. You see like these female, I don't know, flamenco dancers start dancing. Everybody's having a great party. Damn. Now that's what I call a happy haunts party. Damn. In the mansion. And it cuts black, and we get this theme from Marty of When the Saints Go Marching in the credits. Perfect, beautiful. Damn. And tops it all. And as for the cast for the ghosts, we had, let's see, we had, it says here, we had Roger J.R. Odyssey, Lindsay Lamb, Fedor Steele, Terrence Rosemore, and Mike Bennett, who portrayed as Will and Gracie, the bride, and the hitchhiking ghost, respectively, all characters from the original ride, which is pretty cool. As recall, the mansion was in development since 2010. First with Guillermo del Toro, but it keeps going until finally with Justin Simon, who finally directed the film back in July of 2021. Damn. Actually, Brian Cogman, del Toro, De Vincentis, Mikan Fitzman Blue, Nolan Happerson, Justin Haythen, Jay Nafanson, Matthew Robbins, Simon Stephen Thompson, and Chris Waltz wrote additional literary material for the film, which in behind-the-scenes features, production designer Darren Guilford revealed that the crew had an after-hours tour of the actual Haunted Mansion ride and the one in California. The crew then pulled lots of details from the ride to the set, which perfect. I don't think this is just the one in California, but they revealed the Crumb Manor as the Haunted Mansion from Florida, really. The New England Haunted Mansion, so I think they did both ways, which is perfect. You had Gracie Manor, and Crumb Manor. Hell yeah. Oh boy. Like I said, principal photography ran from October 4th of 2021, late February 2022 in New Orleans, Louisiana, and Atlanta, Georgia, which, let me guess, Gracie Manor was in Louisiana and Crump Manor was in Georgia. Weird, I thought that manor was supposed to be in New England, since his style doesn't fit in South. As for the reception, well, you can't blame me because remember, this film was released a week after the films of Barbie and Oppenheimer, so yeah. Let's just say it's not having an easy time with the box office because you got two other films making way hell of money, which is Barbenheimer, so yeah. But I still think this film's a win. Which, of course, some people say, why wasn't it released on Halloween? Dipshits, did you forget Five Nights at Freddy's? If you put that film next to Five Nights at Freddy's, it'll bomb. Look at the Mario movie. I expect that film will be making $1 billion as well. So yeah. So shut it. As for the critics, let's just say Rotten Tomatoes has 42. Yeah. To me, the critics making shit trash on this, yeah, they don't count. There's a bunch of a-holes that never even experienced the ride or what. As for the fans, as for the audience, it has 86 positive for as for the audience review on Rotten Tomatoes. So to me, that is a win and that's a success. Period. I don't give a shit what the critics gonna say. Their comment is invalid. It's the same thing they did with the Mario movie. They just hated it, and look at how many people loved it, and look how much money it made. Exactly. And here, I consider the Haunted Mansion a success. 4 stars I'll give. Which, of course, has been awesome. Let's say so gave the film a B+, so okay, that's pretty cool. Which, it has, Pulse Track gave it a 80% overall positive score, which, of course, people definitely recommend it. So, yeah. Hell yeah. Others, on the hand, try to shit on it, which, of course, let's just face it, these creators have no life whatsoever. They're trying to tank it, and yet they're failing miserably. People who watch this are fans of the ride and the manner. And to me, personally, they succeeded. They did the homework right, the atmosphere, the tone, hell yeah. And it's way better than the 2003, I tell you what. Screw the comedy. That's what we want to see. The lore of the mansion, good character building, perfect. And you're also throwing in the other Haunted Mansion from Florida? Hell yeah, that's good. But yeah, folks, and as for the music, it was composed by, Chris Bowers, and dude, you better have a longer version of Grim Good Ghosts, the one from the ending, because, dude, come on, make that. I hope there's a longer version of that. I'm expecting in October somebody in YouTube, in the YouTube community, some of the the ones who are doing music, do a longer version of that one from the movie. If I hear that, I'm going to enjoy it. Keith, Chris, you better have a longer version of that, because that is so popular and catchy. When I read the comments, people are loving it. And I agree 100%. But yeah, folks, I think that'll be it for today. And let me know what you think of Haunted Mansion. Did you enjoy it? Did you want to see it again? To me, I want to see it again. 100%. Because, oh, come on. You gotta love it. That's in my, okay, to me, that's in my list of movies to see in October. So, hell yeah. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think of the Haunted Mansion reboot. Did you enjoy it? Did you love it? Okay, tell me what was your favorite scene? What was your favorite Easter egg of the film? Who was your favorite character from the attraction to the movie? Did you enjoy the music? You like the design of the mansion? Does it more resemble to the one in California? Because the one in Florida may appear is now officially called Crump Manor, since the one in California is Gracie Manor. So it's actually pretty cool. Now you know the full name of the Hat. So did you enjoy the Hatbox Ghost being the main villain? To me, it'll be the bride, because she's the only one who has a kill count in the attraction. So yeah, I expect the Hatbox Ghost to be the villain. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. And if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe, hit the bell, like this video, and remember our goal is to hit 1 million subscribers. We got this next week. It's my birthday. And let's hit at least 500k for my day. So let's do this. If not, then 999 ghosts are going to haunt your ass for all eternity. And until then, have a great day, everybody. Have a great, well, it's going to be August by Tuesday. So, what am I saying? Summer ends on my birthday. So, yeah. I hope you have a good summer. Those who are going back to school, well, good luck. Until then, peace out, stay safe, and ciao. And sorry about I've been uploading less and less videos. I've been busy with my work at university because, hey, next week's the final week of the semester, and I only have 1 week of summer after that before class starts on the 21st. So, yeah. Until then, see you next time. Peace. Hold it. Ciao.